Today I wanted to analyze a holy woman. Since I did an evil woman, I wanted to analyze a woman of God. And I thought about it for a little while, and the most holy woman I could think of for what she did in her life's work was Mother Theresa. So I found a nice photo of her, and even though her face is extremely wrinkled, the light of God and love shines out from her so profoundly that it almost brings tears to your eyes when you're analyzing her photo and putting it through different filters. I found some pretty amazing things out. Even though her face is extremely wrinkled, you see no evil entities, there's no darkness. Her eyes are full of light, they're shiny. And I'll show you some other things that I found that are so incredible. I could see faces around her off to the side, and the more I studied them, the more I could see that they were the faces of children, not grotesque entities. I believe the little white shining thing here is a tiny little baby. And when you go down and around, you can see there's no demonic entities on this woman at all. There is something very remarkable that I found, and this is right on her forehead. As you know, she was called the Saint of the Gutters because she rescued dying children and dying people of all ages and took them into her personal care. Cleaned them up, fed them, bathed them, prayed them, held them as they were dying. And on her forehead I see the skeleton of a little tiny child. But it's not frightening, it's very peaceful. And I believe this is the mark that was put on her, that God gave her, because she rescued the dying. She rescued those of society that people had turned their backs on. She had that much love in her heart. This is a tiny little child who's in a very peaceful, relaxed state of repose, as if resting eternally. You can see the light emanating from her eyes. I tried many different tints, and I worked with contrasting, and I could pick nothing negative up off of her at all, which proves that you can have an extremely wrinkled face, but you're not going to find demonic entities in that face if you are truly a person with love in your heart, and you have a true, genuine heart of love. I'll show you another interesting thing I noticed about her. There's many tiny little faces in the wrinkles here, and they're not terrifying, they're not evil. They look very peaceful. I believe these are the ones symbolized, the ones that she held as they were passing out of this life into the next. Tiny little faces. It's a very humbling experience to analyze the photo of a true saint. This woman didn't have to do what she did. She was born into a very affluent family. She didn't have to rescue people out of the gutter in India. That was her decision that she made. That was her decision that she made to decrease the suffering of those that were unwanted, neglected, diseased, and dying. What you're looking at is a true saint.